King Tyson, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We back for another video. What's going on, y'all, today? I see the YouTube channel is it's starting to spread. A lot of y'all get it, what I'm talking about. I see that I'm getting all the feedback, whether it be positive, whether it be negative. It's good feedback. I will respond back in the comments. If you got something to say, just don't, you can have your difference in opinion, but just keep it respectful, and I'm gonna keep it respectful with you as well. Don't forget, check my email, kingtyson713@yahoo.com. If you have something you want to talk to me about, whether it's a relationship advice or an idea for the next video, I'm willing to accept it all, wherever you want to talk about, and I'll try to get back with y'all in a timely manner. This video I want to talk about is something that needs to be talked about. Are your kids keeping you from being in a relationship? Are your kids keeping you single? Now, what I mean by this, when you first hear that, people automatically jump to, oh, well, it's women that got kids that's keeping them single. Well, it could be men that have kids that's also keeping them single as well. But in this video, like my other videos, I try to talk to, my brothers. I try to talk to my sisters. I try to give game and insight. I don't try to just strictly have an audience of just, my brothers. I don't have an audience of just women. I try to do an audience for both. Because it's game that we both can agree on. And remember, this is my opinion. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I appreciate you for watching and supporting my channel. So what I mean by, are your kids keeping you single, is this. And I want to break something down to the ladies. It's not that men have problems with women who have kids. I don't know why that's out there in the universe, that all men just, men don't want to date somebody with kids. It's not that. It's just that when a man comes into a woman's life that have kids, y'all don't really understand everything it takes for that man coming into the door of what he got to deal with. For one, that as a man, what we have to deal with when we come into a relationship, once we finally, meet the kids. Because let me just say this. If you're dating a man, or you're getting ready to get married to a man, and and it's time to meet the kids, and I'm not saying try not to marry the man without the man meeting your kids. I don't want to say that, but I'm saying when your relationship gets to that level where it's starting to get serious, and you start introducing the man to your family and friends and things like that, this is where next, if you have kids, then the kids will meet the man. And let me say this, it's hard for a man coming into a situation because of the situation of the children's father. Where does that man stand at? Let's just say this. I'm not saying all women, how I like to do on my channels. There's a percentage. I always say there's a percentage. And I don't mean to say there's all. But what I'm saying is that there are a percentage of women, just like there's a percentage of men, who still deal with their exes, which is the parent of the kids. You still have that percentage going on. So it's like, as a new man coming into a situation, or a new woman coming to a situation with a man with kids, how is that that co-parenting that you have going on with the other parent, how is that gonna affect my relationship with you as my woman, and with the kids? How is that brother gonna react? How is that sister gonna react that now we establishing that you're dating now? And this is starting to be serious, because it ain't just men that be tripping off they baby mama starting to date and have a man around their child. Trust me, it's the women that's tripping. These baby mamas be tripping off of the man moving on. And then they start causing rifts and problems and all this type of stuff in dating. So this is why I tell y'all, this is very important. This is a very important video, because that type of stuff right there, and it's not the kid's fault. It's just that in that situation, that will kids keep you single. And that's not the idea. You're not supposed to have, you're not supposed to let somebody else, the other parent of your other child, your parent, the other parent of the child or your kids, run your dating life. Stop doing that. Have some boundaries. Set it up. Say, look, hey, look, I know we're not together no more, but hey, I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? If you want to set up to where, you know, if it gets serious, where, you know, you can meet the person, you can meet the brother, you can meet the sister, and we can meet. Now, I'm not saying we got to be kumbaya, but we need to be a respect thing. So that's something to talk about. Also, too, ladies and brothers, we need to talk to our kids when we out here dating, and we need to tell our kids, listen, if the other parent is still in the kid's life, right, and they supposed to be, if they're not, so for whatever reason, I'm not going to get into that, you know what I mean? But if they are in the child's life, you need to explain to the kids that, hey, listen, you know, daddy's out here dating now. I'm gonna be dating. I'm really, you know, starting to like this woman, and I want, you know, I want y'all to start, you know, connecting. And the same thing with ladies. You know, you tell your kids the same thing. You know, your kids understand. And this is when you start talking to them. And ladies, while we on this subject, I'm gonna go back for a quick second. I'm not saying all women do this. I'm not saying none of that. But what I'm saying is this, though, ladies, if you can help it, not calling nobody out. I'm just saying this, ladies. If you can help it, do not let your kids see different men coming in and out your house. And I'm not trying to play around with that. I'm not trying to be calling nobody out. I'm not saying all women do this when you're dating and you're starting to date different men. I'm not calling you no hoes. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying that when you date one guy, right, and he's, you know, or you talking to one guy or whatever, he's spending the night. The kids might see him leaving out the door, whatever. They don't have they meet up and, I mean, they introduce each other, or they're around the man. You know what I'm saying? Or then that situation don't work. That situation don't work out. You're talking to somebody else, and then, oh, I'm sorry. If that person did have an interaction with the kids, that's one male interaction, right? Besides the father, that's one male interaction that's coming to y'all household. So then that situation don't work out. Then you start dating, and then here comes another man coming in the door. You know, maybe a couple of months later, 6 months later, whatever. Then they have an interaction, and then that man no longer together. Y'all no longer together, so that man's out the picture. Next year, you start talking to somebody else, because you human. You're gonna start talking to find your companion, and then that don't work. That's 3-4 guys that's in and out your kid's life, and so the kids meet the guy. Even if they might like this one guy, they might like the next guy. Then that guy's out the window. You know, then that relationship's cut off. And the same thing for my brothers too. Brothers, stop having so many women around your kids, because what we don't know is that influence rubs off on those kids. You unknowingly sending them a message that, hey, look, it's okay to deal with different people, which it is okay to deal with different people, but you don't want them to see you that, you know, you dealing with this person. That's why you should only introduce the kids when your relationship is on the next level, and that's excuse me, men and women. But yes, ladies, just talking about the ladies on this video, excuse me, with that one, is that, ladies, don't do that. Not saying everybody does that. I'm just saying, don't do this, ladies. Don't be having different men around your kids. You don't want your kids to see that. That's not cool. You don't want to see your kids that's not your husband, y'all laying in the bed together. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's your boyfriend and it's going to the next level, but just random guys, like, you don't want, even though the kids could be 2 or 3, you don't want them seeing it. I'm telling y'all, that stuff, kids remember stuff like that. When you think kids don't remember, kids got a great memory. They remember that. And you just don't want that. So don't do that, ladies. Like, take the time, you know. I know it's hard dating sometimes when you have kids, and, you know, but you just kind of got to work it out. You know what I mean? But don't let that be a common thread. And fellas, the same thing with y'all too, brother. Don't let that be a common thread. You don't want to you don't want to have a daughter and then your daughter seeing you dating all these different women, you know, all around your daughter. She's seeing that, hey, okay, well, you know, my daddy got a lot of girlfriends or whatever. In her mind, she thinking that's acceptable. You know what I mean? So y'all don't want, and ladies, you have a daughter, you don't want to see that that's acceptable, that you having all these different guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's acceptable. So you don't want that. My next thing is this. Talk to your kids about, like I said, talk to your kids about, you know, the idea of you dating and that is not the kid's father. But also talk to them and you let them know that, hey, listen, how are you feeling about me dating someone that's not your father? You know what I'm saying? Ask kids. I know you like, well, I pay the bills. I'm gonna do what I do in their kids. Yeah, that's understandable. That's true. But talk to them. See how they feel. You know, kids have feelings too. You know what I mean? Just because we provide for everything for them don't mean that they don't have no opinion about how they feel. And kids are smart, man. They can tell you how they feel if you just really talk to them. And also too, your kids, sometimes in a situation, your kids can keep you single because the kids can be harboring their own personal issues, whether they have their own issues, whether with the father or, whatever. But kids harbor their own feelings and they might try to make it hard on the person you with. I've seen situations to where, a brother be dating a woman, and he has a daughter, and the daughter is making it hard for the woman. She wanna, be disrespectful to the woman that you're dating. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got to straighten that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's the same thing with women with male older, or you start having teenage kids, which is very. Let me just segue to that. Dating kids that's teenagers. I'm dating kids with teenagers. Dating the person that you're with that has teenage kids is a very, very difficult situation. And it's difficult because they're old enough to really know right from wrong. They're old enough to definitely express opinion. You know what I mean? And that's a tricky situation because they can really make it hard for the person you dating. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard brothers talk before in the barbershop. I've heard brothers say, honestly, man, I don't even like my girl kids. I can't stand them, man. I'm just dealing with her, which is fucked up to say. But brothers do, but brothers, I've heard brothers say this before, ladies. I don't even know if y'all even know that. But brothers have said that. They just like, man, I just want to deal with her, and I'm not even worried, I try not to stay away from the kids, you know what I'm saying? And or the kids is bad. They don't want to deal with the kids at all. They don't want to have no type of relationship. But that's part of when, you're out here and you're single and you have kids. These are things that you got to face, ladies. And you might not even know that even happened. You know what I'm saying? The brother can pretend to act like that's what it, that he's really into you and into your kids. And then, brother could be playing a part. Or ladies, or fellas, the ladies could be playing a part. Act like, and that's another thing too. I've seen situations where the ladies, not all ladies, some ladies who tried to, and I ain't gonna say ladies, let me scratch that. I'm gonna say I've seen it on both sides, to where the person would try to really befriend your kids, you know what I'm saying, to like get to you, to show you that they really into kids like that, and trying to, establish a relationship with the kids. Y'all gotta be careful of that, man. People are so crafty these days. With stuff, man. They crafty, man. People crafty, and y'all just have to pay attention to people actions. And I know it be fake, you know what I'm saying? And also too, you have to, like I always say in my other videos beforehand, ladies, don't forget to do a background check whenever you start dating. And of course you got kids, ladies, and you start dating, and you're in the date market. Any guy that you talk to that you're gonna bring around your kids, or even just, and matter of fact, just period general, do a background check. Don't miss out on the opportunity of doing a background check, because you don't know you don't know what it is to that brother. That brother can have all kind of stuff in his background. So I always tell ladies, when you out in this date market, and you got kids on top of that, do a background check. Get that brother's full name and do a background check. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So yeah, so then you like I said, you got situations to where people try to play you. They try to play your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they just some, stepfather, stepmother to the kids. And some people are genuine. You know what I'm saying? But you got some people that's that's just faking it. But you gotta be careful of that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta also, when you have kids, you gotta also pay attention to, the brother or the sister that you're dating. Are they trying to cut you out of your relationship with your kids? And I know you like, how they gonna cut me out? These my kids and I'm with, no, not in that sense. But far as like they trying to basically kind of box your kids out when they come around. Like it's just about just y'all two, which, it is about y'all two in the companionship. But at the same time, you got kids. You know what I'm saying? People try to do that too. They try to like get you to like, not, like when it's just y'all two and like shit, weed your kids out. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as being around the kids, yeah, you just gotta be careful dating these days when you have kids. And like I say, that's the reason why I kind of titled this video that are your kids keeping you single? Because when you dating with kids, it's a lot of stuff you have to look out for. It's a lot of stuff that we have to be careful of. And so I just wanted to make this quick video, a couple of little tips and stuff like that to look out for. Definitely do a background check. I'm just recapping, y'all. Definitely do a background check when you know you're out here dating. That's men and women. Do a background check of who you have around your kids. I wouldn't introduce my my kids to someone unless I know it's the relationship is official. It's starting to get more serious. We're not just talking. I wouldn't be, when you're dating, this is for the ladies right here, and, ladies, don't be having your kids around different guys. Don't let your kids see you dating different guys unless it's something that's established and serious. Brothers, don't have, you got kids, don't have too many women around your kids, man. Just, talk to your kids before you start dating. Talk to them, see how they feel about it. Kids are people too. And y'all just got to be careful, man. It's just so much stuff, like I said. But I'm in this video with that. Are your kids keeping you single? And that's the reason why. So we're going to end it at that. Don't forget, like and subscribe. King Tyson, I'm out. Peace and blessings.